You have
No, no, no. I am unable to open it or close it. It is working. May I
Gautam,
do?
you're the host. Please do it. All this will come in the recording later. Okay. So here with Achyuta um, Madhyacharya Vasudeva has taken sannyas, and the sannyas name is Purna Pragya. And there was a debate where the scholars approached Purna Pragya. It so happened Purna Pragya defeated them. Now we'll see there is another wonderful pastime. Adversity from Ishta Siddhi. There are various types of siddhis. 8 important siddhis are there, in which Ishta Siddhi is one of them. Let us see. Achyuta Pariksha was at the zenith of excitement over the victory of Purnapragya. What a wonderful prodigy! What a wonderful skill in eloquence! Just to behold it is a good fortune. So here his guru is so proud. He says, even to behold such wonderful event, that itself is a pride. And what a wonderful eloquence of language he has. What a wonderful skill he has. Is it possible to enhance its luster? As soon as he pondered over like this, he began to teach Prakarana Grantha of the Advaita school. Its name is Ishtasiddhi. Its author is Vimuktatma Yati. In that work, comprising 8 chapters, several concepts of Advaita, like the unreality of the world, are explained. His opening verse is Yanu Bhuti Rajameya Nantatma Nanta Atmananda Vigraha Mahadadija Jaganmaya Chitrabhitim Namamitam. This is the opening verse of Ishtasiddhi. Even as the teacher was reading that verse, Purna Pragya asked, what type of verse is this? The number of words, letters in this is just 32. It is full of as many flaws. How to read this? Not only saying it, indeed, he pointed out all those flaws. The teacher lapsed into silence. He did not notice those mistakes in that work, which he was sincerely studying often. What a wonder! In a way, it was a blow to his sincerity. However much tried, he could not surmount those flaws because it was not possible for him to concede defeat easily. He said, later in this work itself, there is answer for all these. This is a common reply given by the teachers who do not know the answer for the difficult questions raised by the students. Generally, it happens when the teacher doesn't know the answer, then there will be some excuse given that this is going to be later, it will be taught, like this, something. So, like this, he also gave a reply because the teacher did not want to accept the defeat very easily, though the teacher knew that he is defeated. So, now here, it, uh, by that, they could escape from the situation temporarily. If this, like this, answer is given by the teachers, then temporarily they can come out of that situation, but not permanently. But here the questions was raised by the self same Purna Pragya, none else. Not cowed by that evasive reply, he questioned, why not you reveal those answers now in itself? Achyuta Pariksha could not rescue himself from that difficulty. His inability manifested as anger. Sisam Kopena Purayat. Purna Pragya, I am not competent to teach you. I will not make that adventure anymore. Though he said it in anger, it was true also. Indeed, he did not have the competence to teach Purna Pragya, nor did anyone else like him possess it. It was only that of Sri Vedavyasa, the self same Sarvagya. Only Lord can teach him, nobody else could teach him. Thus, the studies ended on the same day of their commencement. It has the distinction of concluding even before its proper commencement. It became a record of him in the tradition of Patha Pravachana. So now here it so happened that nobody could teach Purna Pragya. He was so competent in his knowledge. And the teacher very well knew. So when he started to teach, that is the time that was the end of his teachings. Because what he taught had so many flaws. And he had no competency to even refute what Purna Pragya told. Now let us see the next pastime, the grandeur of the discourse of Purna Pragya. Achyuta Pariksha stopped his lessons. The situation of no lessons arose in the mutt. But it is not proper to become like that. The existence of mutt is only for Patha Pravachana. Patha Pravachana. That means Patha should be there, teaching should be there, Pravachan should be there. There is a purpose of having mutt. What is ISKCON? ISKCON is also mutt only. It's not just a temple, it's a mutt where Path happens. Path means teachings happen, Pravachan happens. That is why only fortunate souls they get the entry in the learning process. You see, many people will come, they come in contact with ISKCON, they come, they become visitors also, they'll come for some time, they'll sit and then go. But those who are fortunate, they get the advantage of what Srila Prabhupada started, that is Pata Pravachana. And that is what is our Sampradaya. Brahma Madhya Gaudiya Sampradaya, even Madhyacharya Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya has this process. If it is without a school and has only a kitchen, then it will be known as a dining hall and not a mutt. So that is Patha and Pravachana are indispensable to a mutt. So mutt means a place where the sadhus stay, the Gurukul boys stay, and then the one who serves the temple they stay, pujaris. Further knowledgeable ones should teach. If one does not know, then one must study. There is a rule prescribed for aspirants to liberation. So a person who is running the mutt doesn't know, then he should learn. He should learn and he should teach. For ascetics, it is more compulsory. Along with it is a compulsion by those who aspire to acquire knowledge that lessons should be taught in a mutt. So in a mutt, this all should happen. They should teach, they should learn, they should speak. Achyuta Preksha could not teach. It was not possible for others to teach. Shri Purna Pragya decided, hereafter it is my responsibility to teach. As soon as he took that decision, he commenced the lessons. So it is not so easy to teach others. It requires a skill. Now here it so happened, Achyuta Pariksha could not teach. Though he was a sannyasi, he could not teach. But Madhvacharya then took the sankalpa that he will take the responsibility to teach. At the time, works like Ishtasiddhi on Mayavad alone had come to light in the studies of the people. So Ishtasiddhi was the only Shastra which was available. That too there was of Mayavadis. That is only those were taught to be taught. Only that was to be taught in the mutt. Purna Pragya did that only. People were very much delighted. It was a matter of entertainment for the scholars. The wonder of a 10-year boy teaching lessons. They were not aware that the boy was Dashapramati, was 10 years old, Dashapramati. At the same time, he has all the knowledge. The audience assembled in a very large numbers. The lessons of Purna Pragya started. Instead of entertainment, marvel descended. What a wonderful elegance in lecturing. It was an uninterrupted flow of speech. Presentation of matter was without any doubt. The interpretation did not transgress tradition. Each question was given a definite answer. People nodded their heads often. Finally, they bowed their heads too. The name of Purnabhagya, like his dialectical skill, became a byword by the grandeur of eloquence. Even scholars, therefore, even scholars themselves began to hasten to his lectures to collect information. So the Ishtasiddhi, which was taught by Achyuta Preksha, it was incomplete. Though it is written by Mayavadis, it is a grantha of Mayavadis. When Madhvacharya presented, even scholars rushed to hear the teachings in Ishtasiddhi. Brilliant exposition of Bhagavatam. Now the next teaching was Bhagavatam. Achyuta Preksha, who had discontinued the lessons, began lectures on the Bhagavatam. Even then, Purna Pragya was seated before him. There were 5 or 6 students. In those days, teachings means it's only for 5 or 6 people. Nowadays, the fashion is you should have many number of children, many number of people to hear Bhagavatam. Not required. If you have sincere 4 people also to hear Bhagavatam, the whole thing is sufficient. Along with them was an audience of 10 of scholars. Then a doubt arose. As Achyuta Preksha was beginning to explain a verse, the students asked, Respected sir, in our book the reading of the verse is like this. It was confirmed on examination. Each book had a different reading. The examination of the meaning stayed back, and the inquiry into the reading cropped up. Achyuta Preksha knew that the problem could not be solved by him. His silence paved the way for Pugna Pragya to speak. O preceptor, this is the correct reading of the verse. So saying, he pointed his finger along each one of the verses. Though Achyuta Preksha could not decide the correct reading, he had sufficient knowledge to discuss in that regard. At once the question, how is that? Even the readings of the other copies might be right. What is authority for the decision? Purnamagya made it known. I know this is the true reading of Veda Vyasa composed it because it is Veda Vyasa who has composed. That is why in the Bhagavatam there are many versions, but this is the right version. Others are the mistakes of the scribes. Achyutapeksha did not concede defeat. Again he asked, if so, that it means you know the reading agreeable to Veda Vyasa for the entire Bhagavatam. Let it be made known to us. Let us see, recite the prose section of the 5th skanda of Bhagavatam. Achyuta Preksha had known the method of examining one in the Bhagavatam. Vidyavatam Bhagavate Prakisha, Pariksha, examination of true knowledge, examination of true scholarship relates to the Bhagavatam. So now here, examination of the true scholarship. That is more important. Vidyavatam Bhagavata Pariksha. So that is why when a person reads Bhagavatam, he should know how perfectly he should read. And there were many versions at time existing. Some Mayavadi is writing some verses. But Vedavyasa, whatever he wrote, that is perfect. There too, the 5th skanda is most difficult section. Most part of it is replete with the prose. Prose section is more formidable than poetry. There is a reason for his insistence on it. Fifth chapter has a lot of prose type uh, your verses. If your poetry type verses, you have chanda, you can put chanda and recite. But the verses in the 5th chapter are very difficult. As desired by him, Purna Pragya began to recite the 5th skanda of Bhagavatam. All were amazed. He did not hold the book in his hand. The recitation of Bhagavatam went on uninterruptedly. That too was in accordance with the reading he pointed out. Also, what he was reciting were not mere words, but the clear meaning as well. Skanda and Rasa. Achyuta Preksha saw another aspect of the talent Purna Pragya. He had the Vishnu, he had the First of all, Kamini Mataji. Okay. So that too with accordance, he saw that how Purna Pragya was reading so nicely Vishwarupa Darshana of Bhagavatam too. No doubt remained about Purna Pragya's mastery over Bhagavatam. But there was a strong doubt as to how Purna Pragya had acquired that knowledge. Now even the mm, teacher, Achyuta Preksha, is thinking how this child acquired such a wonderful knowledge. He did question indeed. Purna Pragya, success was yours, but I have not seen you studying Bhagavatam even once. Nevertheless, your knowledge of it is so complete. Really, it is a puzzle for me. How did you accomplish it? Purna Pragya replied, I have studied this in my past birth. Along with it, I have studied other works and scriptures too. His words were filled with resoluteness to recite them if Achyuta desired so. Achyuta did not see the necessity for it, not even an iota of doubt about the omniscience of Purna Pragya remained with him. So, in this way, Achyuta is completely surprised because he has never seen Purna Pragya learning Bhagavatam. How is it that he is reciting Bhagavatam with such a wonderful elegance? No doubt at all. No, because it is so complete. So that is why he did not ask him to repeat again, because it was all complete. Next Leela is a rare decision of Achyuta Preksha. This event gave a solution for another problem of Achyuta Preksha. It was a problem for finding a successor for his pontificate. Every matha should have a successor. So it was a big problem troubling him for a long time. It's not an easy task to reign over a Vedanta Pitha. For that, mastery over the scriptures, dialectical skill, commitment to doctrines, renunciation, matchless eloquence, special accomplishment in finance, unparalleled knowledge of the mundane world, distinguished self-control, similar rare qualities should be combined into one. So when the Guru sees that qualification is there, then he gives a responsibility of running the institution or the mutt. On top of these is devotion to Hari and Guru, friendship with equals, and compassion for juniors should be present. So this both again all these qualities should be there. Friendship with equals, and then compassion for the juniors should be there. Liberal-handed generosity is another requisite quality for the preachers in philosophy. Liberal-handed generosity. He should not only accept dhanam, he should know to give dhanam also. The reign over a pontificate that is not socially conscious is an ugly one indeed. Spreading real knowledge among the masses is indeed the basic motive of a pontificate. So, what is the purpose of being a Matadhikari? To spread the knowledge everywhere. Otherwise, a Vedanta Pita, instead of spreading real knowledge, will become a rallying center for selfishness. Entry of the atmosphere of a home instead of that of a mud, preponderance of gossip, lamentation over Shravan, Manan, and Dhyan, sin taking root instead of sanctity, discussion of worldly matters instead of deliberations on God, extension on the light of real knowledge and the spread of darkness of ignorance will take place. If if Patham and there is Patham and Pravachanam doesn't happen, and there is no proper authority for running the center or the mutt, then what will happen? All these wrong things will enter. Hence, the problem of choosing a successor is reckoned as a great problem with the heads of Peters. Achyuta Preksha was no exception. He felt relieved. His mind became calm. He came to a firm decision. Our successor is Pragya, endowed with all good qualities. So, in this way, he made him the successor. And when he made him the successor of the Vedanta Pitha, he gave him the name Ananda Tirtha. Vasudev to Purna Pragya to Ananda Tirtha. This is another pastime, which is the last for today. Purna Pragya became Ananda Tirtha. Achyuta Preksha did not delay to implement his decision on the earliest auspicious moment, he made Purna Pragya to be seated on the Vedanta Pita and anointed him. He placed shaligramams on the head of Purna Pragya, filled the conch with water and sprinkled it, chanting the Pushtuptam and other mantras. He called him by the name Ananda Tirtha. Purna Pragya in his ashram name, and Ananda Tirtha is that with which he descended the Pita. The former is the meaning of the Vedic name Dashapramati. Dashapramati means he is 10 years old, but real meaning is he is Purna Pragya, he is complete. And the later is an annotation of Madhva. Ananda Tirtha Madhva. He is another Vedic name. Among the religious heads, he is the only one to have a Vedic name, and this is his unique distinction. As Hanuman, he was the minister of Sugriva, he was the crown prince of Dharmarajya. In the Kali Yuga, he is a sovereign of Vedanta Samrajya. This is special glory of Vayudev in all his three incarnations. Mm. This is the special glory of Vayudev in all his three incarnations, that is, in the present incarnation of Madhva, as Hanuman, then as Bhima. All these are the fruits of his seeking devotion alone without anything else. When Sri Rama asked him to seek a boon, so when Lord Ram asked him to seek a boon, he just told, I just want bhakti. I don't want anything else. Devotion to Hari is indeed the supreme boon. So till now we saw Vasudev, his childhood pastime, taking sannyas, Purna Pragya, Dashapramati. There is only Purna Pragya, he is complete. And then Mathadipati, then his name became Ananda Tirtha. Stop here. Now we will do the next. Okay. So today we have Deepdan
हरे
Mahotsav.
कृष्णा माता जी वन क्वेश्चन माता जी जो मुख्य प्राण जो है मध्वाचार्य जो एक इनकारनेशन मुख्य प्राण है तो इट कंटेन्स ऑल 10 वायु माता जी और ओनली प्राण वायु
सब ना वायु पूरा वायु के
सब
अधिपति है.
अच्छा अच्छा ओके माता जी
Today Deepdan is at Dhani Jagannath Devasthanam itself. So all of you please come. Hare Krishna.